are some many touching moments in the book, and one that moved me so much, and you heard Johnny talk about June this and June did that, and maybe June... Well, the June, of course, that he's talking about is June Carter Cash. But there's one little paragraph that he has in there that I thought was kind of significant, and it's a nice way to bring to you what these two people mean to each other. He said, when I introduced June Carter on stage that night in Laramie, that special magic happened in me. That vibrant personality and sweet smile lifted me back up at a point in the concert where I should have begun to tire. As we sang Jackson, our first duet, I realized more and more how important she was to me. Along with all the serious conversations I had with her, she also gave me a daily dose of joy and laughter. June Carter and Johnny Cash.
Darling companion, come on and give me understanding, and let me be your champion. The hand to hold your pretty hand in, darling companion. Now you know you'll never be abandoned. Love will always light our landing. I can depend on you. Oh, a little saucy mare like you should have a steed.
A little rattling down from you is what I need.
Darling companion, now you know you'll never be abandoned. Love will always light our landing. I can depend on you. Darling companion, come on and give me understanding. Long as we keep laughing, bear in mind just what can happen. Darling companion, I tell the mountains and the canyon, long as I got legs to stand on, I'm gonna stick by you. Oh, a little saucy mare like you should have a steed.
A little rattling down from you is what I need.
Darling companion, I tell the mountains and the canyons, long as I got legs to stand on, I'm gonna stick by you. Darling companion, I tell the mountains and the canyons, long as I got legs to stand on, I'm gonna stick by you.
We haven't had a chance to talk to you very much. We talked about you a lot.
Oh, listen, I was enjoying just hearing you talk to John.
That's very sweet. How did John propose to you?
Oh.
That bad, huh?
No, it wasn't that bad. It was really very nice, but it was a frightening kind of thing. You know, you have visions of when the man proposes to you that you're alone, and it's just a thing for the two of you,
Well,
you
of
know?
course.
And
on his knees, maybe.
I know, on his knees and
yeah.
tears in his eyes and all that kind of
And
thing.
loving.
And I was standing with my family, Mother, Helen, and Anita, and we were singing Peace in the Valley, I think. And he walked up to the microphone in front of about, I don't know, maybe 7,000 people in London, Ontario, Canada, and said, "Will you marry me?"
Just
like
like
that on the stage.
What did you
And,
say?
I choked. I choked a while, and I said, "You gotta be kidding." You know? I said, "Quit. This is not happening to me. Shut up. Hush. Don't do that."
Not in the middle of my song.
No, he said, "You've got to give me an answer." And so I swallowed 2 or 3 times, and you know, I wanted to answer with some kind of glamour, but there's no glamour to it. It's yes or no. So the show must go on, and I said yes. Otherwise, he was standing there and said, "I know it.
Oh, that's funny. Well, listen, that way he couldn't back out, and neither could you. He had you.
No,
right?
we had witnesses.
Right.
That's one thing for sure.
7,000. How long after that were you married?
Well, I think he, let's see, he proposed to me, I guess, about November. Was it November?
No, it was February.
February?
Of 68.
See, listen. Maybe it was.
Well,
I was thinking
February
you would
or
ask
November,
me.
'cause
Well, February. Well, we were going to really wait until June because I had 2 daughters and they were still in school, and we were going to wait until June to get married.
And now you have little John Carter.
We do. We have John Carter.
Listen, I know that Johnny loves to cook and that you love to cook.
Yes.
And I love to cook. And Johnny has prepared a very special dish there, your chili. Now, they wouldn't even let me bring my chili into this competition. We're going to have a cornbread cookout, and we have the wonderful vegetables, and we have the chili, which smells great, by the way.
It is great.
You want to give me a recipe very quickly?
No.
You don't want to?
Yes, I will. That's good.
No, that's all right.
2 pounds of chopped sirloin steak to begin with.
Oh, well. You don't,
Not ground
you
sirloin,
don't
but
fool
chopped
around.
sirloin.
Okay.
Right. I mean, it's a good meal, this chili.
Yeah.
It is. And 2 cans of pinto beans.
Yeah.
And a package of chili powder mix.
Uh-huh.
And some chopped onions. And a little Wesson oil. And a little red pepper.
Uh-huh.
And a half cup of flour to give it, kind of a soupy.
body.
Yeah, right. I believe that's about all.
Can we show and taste?
Sure.
Ooh.
It's really good.
Oh, that's going to be hard. Oh, here we are.
What do we eat with?
Well, still ladle it out. We should have some. Now,
You want me to do it
tell
with
us
my
about the
hands?
vegetables?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You want? Is that yours or mine?
That's yours.
Okay. Here.
That looks great. I hate to part with it.
Do you want me to tell you about the vegetables? Or
Tell
do
me
you want
about the
to eat
vegetables.
this?
Go ahead, and
Well-
we'll get to the cookout.
I do a little skillet dish that are, well, see, my skillet dish is gone.
No.
You're going to and over that. This is mine right here, see.
all right.
Do you want me to show it?
Show it.
first?
Just tell us.
Well, it's made with all fresh vegetables, and John and I have a garden at home, and we try to raise all of our vegetables, and we cook them, of course, as they come along, but we freeze them. We have about 5 deep freezers in the house, and then that way when I have company come, I'm able to say we grew this on the farm here.
Yeah, which is great.
But I begin with green tomatoes, and we just slice those thinly, and then we put a little flour on those with salt and pepper. And then we take a little of the green bell pepper, and you can flour that, put a little salt and pepper on that, and then you cook that in the oil, see, the cooking oil. And you brown it a little bit, and then you take that out. And then I just take a onion, and then the little crook-neck yellow squash, and the potato, and then you cut that up, and you saute that in a little butter. I sometimes drain this off because I like butter. That's not so hot, I guess, but I love butter. So
That's good.
then after you saute that, you just put your green tomatoes back in with the bell peppers and just kind of flip it a little bit, and there it is.
Okay. John,
And I add a little sugar, too.
Oh, a
Stick
little bit of
sugar
sugar.
in everything you can.
just a little bit. Yeah, what it is. Yeah. Now,
And pepper.
Now-
Pour the pepper to it. John loves pepper.
oh, I do too. John, you can share a plate with me.
Thank you.
Will you tell them about your cornbread, or shall I tell them about mine first?
Oh, you go right ahead.
You want me to go ahead?
Sure.
Well, you might pick up some tips from mine, because this
That's
is...
what I was thinking about.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you. Okay.
Here's yours.
I'll be fair. Okay, mine, I'll be absolutely fair with you. You can share a
Thank you.
community plate here. I have a cup of flour and a cup of cornmeal and 2 teaspoons of baking powder. And this is about a quarter of a cup of onions, okay? You can put those in, or you don't have to. I just happen to do that every once in a while. And I have, I got my baking powder and my flour and the cornmeal in there. And you have about a teaspoon of salt.
That's pepper.
That's pepper, I know it. Well, about a teaspoon of salt. And I haven't even got to a teaspoon. You have to have salt. It has no character, right? Now I use a half a cup of melted butter, or you could use oil if you wanted to, or margarine. And I have about almost 2 cups of buttermilk and 2 eggs that I beat up. And I beat the buttermilk and the eggs together, and I'll just dump it all in there, see? And then I put the milk, and then I grease a pan like this, and I bake it at 400 degrees, and it comes out like this. the way it comes out. Now, after you've done it, you can pour a little butter over the top of it. Now, if you'd like to give your recipe, John.
Okay. Should I come around here?
Sure. And
Okay.
I'll have some of the beans.
Mine, I have 2 cups of cornmeal. You had 1 cornmeal and 1 flour. I have 2 cups of cornmeal, no flour.
Excuse me, I forgot. I have a teaspoon of sugar in here.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was going to
Okay.
say. I got a tablespoonful of baking powder, and 2 tablespoons full of sugar, and the 2 eggs to hold the meal together. That
Right.
takes place of the flour, so kind of in a way. Then let me see what else. Buttermilk, about that much. You use some buttermilk.
Some buttermilk. That's right, because it has to be kind of loose when you.
Right. Then you mix it all up,
And yours comes out.
and then you wipe your hands off on your pants.
That's right.
There you go.
Now, should we have an unbiased judge to
Okay.
decide?
And mine comes out like.
Over
like
there?
that.
Over there? Listen to me.
Oh, it's my turn.
You sound like a really honest, a person who is can be unbiased in any sense of the word, and I'm going to trust you with my cornbread. I didn't say anything about my life, but I'm going to trust you with my cornbread. We're going to let
I'm
you
going to
be
have to judge.
You're judge. Which one is better?
Oh, mercy.
June, listen.
Okay,
you
I take yours first.
Don't
right?
forget, you see him
Okay.
all the time, June.
I know.
You could get to be my new best friend.
I've got to make up my mind whether I want to finish the Dinah Shore show today or whether I want to finish my life with Johnny Cash.
That's not fair, June.
That's beautiful.
You have to put some butter in it while
That's
it's hot.
really good.
It's really good, isn't it?
That's delicious.
Really good.
Oh.
Isn't it?
That's really good.
Isn't it? You really should have some butter on it, but you don't.
Now, this is mine.
That's yours.
That's,
This-
I mean,
no,
that's
it's
John's.
mine. That's mine. Take a big bite, honey.
Well, June,
Do I have to tell the truth? Oh, Lord.
listen, June, if you don't tell the truth, you know what happens. We all watch.
John.
What? What is it?
What? I won't be able to answer on the grounds that I'm choked to death.
We have been joined here by Carl Perkins and some beautiful members of the Carter Cash family. Would you introduce everybody?
Well, I sure would like to, Dinah. For a start, on the far end is our daughter Rosie. Over there, then our daughter Carlene, our daughter Roseanne, and of course our good friend Carl Perkins.
Your little boy, Carl.
Yeah. And then the lady by you, who is very dear to me, that's sung along with me as part of the Carter family all my life, my sister Anita.
Yeah.
She's the one with the voice.
Well, I guess you saw where we had a little cookout over there. And I put it up to June, and I really allowed her to be the judge. And I told her that she had a chance to, be unbiased and not, not worry about the future. She is now my new best friend. So in that way, I will let my new best friend introduce her husband of long standing. And no matter what her decision was, it'll stay that way. Would you mind introducing?
I don't have to continue about the cornbread, do I?
No, that's all right.
The thing that saved me, I got choked. So I didn't have to give an answer at that time. But I will introduce to you the man in my life, and I guess one of the finest men outside of my father, which was a different kind of a man, but a great man as well. But the man, Johnny Cash, is very special to me as husband, lover, and the father of the children. 7 of them, by the way. But this is a very special kind of song that he's going to do today that shows you a little bit more about the kind of man Johnny Cash is. Here's Johnny Cash, and look at them beans.
This time last year, there sure were a lot of sad faces around this whole house. Our papa had died without fulfilling his life's dream of producing one of the best crops in Grimes County. Now, Papa died with that dream still in his head, a promise on his lips, calluses on both hands, and $2 in his pocket. But a promise to our mama that if it was the last thing he'd ever do, that he'd live long enough to see just one good crop come through. But you know, we can't count on things sometime without first talking to God about it, because we don't know his plans, and if we don't include him, the way can get mighty hard. They say that every time a good and righteous man is buried in God's green earth, it's just fertilizer for the soil. I guess there must be some truth to that, whether we believe it or not. I just wish that my papa was here right now so that he could see this good crop that we finally got. Man, look at them beans. Just look at that corn. And I bet them watermelons must be 3 feet long. Man, look at them tomatoes. Just look at them peas. Well, I know if Papa was here right now, he'd sure be pleased. And Papa would be mighty proud of his family, too. I got a brother that's famous now. Travels all over the country singing. Got his own show traveling in a customized bus, imported from Europe. That boy always did love to travel, and he loves music. I got a sister that's got a good job working in a beauty shop, making good money, making other people look good. Ain't nobody here at the house now but me and Mama. And Mama, she's getting older, and she's getting weaker every day. And she talks often about joining Papa in his heavenly home. Lord, that woman sure did love that man. She worked beside my Papa for 40-some-odd years, trying to grow a good crop and never could produce a single bean good enough to pick. I just wish that my Papa was here right now so that he could see this good crop that we finally got. Man, look at them beans. Just look at that corn. And I bet them watermelons must be 3 feet long. Man, look at them tomatoes. Just look at them peas. Well, I know if Papa was here right now, he'd sure be pleased. And Papa, if you can hear me, look at them beans.
Chili and cornbread and beans and beautiful vegetable dishes. Boy, that is good. What else do you do at home when you're not on the road, not working?
Oh, we do a lot of different things. We sometimes have friends in when we get a chance just to...
I wanted to ask you about those Sunday night picking sessions.
Well, that's a lot to do with good friends of ours, and some of them are people who've made it. A lot of them are young artists who haven't made it yet, who are struggling, and there's been several struggling people in our house singing at some of these picking sessions who have made it since then, and that we're proud of.
I know. I was just, somebody was telling me that Chris Christopherson, when he was just working around the recording studio, came over and played you some of his songs.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, he used to come to all the parties, and we pushed Chris, his songs, and... for a long, long time, and John always believed in him, and I did as well. And
well, he's so beautiful. He's such a beautiful person,
yes,
as well as such a wonderful.
He's very dear to us.
Yeah, I think it's hard to meet Chris without feeling that way. And Mickey Newberry.
Oh, he's fabulous. Oh, Mickey. You know, we don't have them really every week, Dinah. We have them whenever we can. Like next week, we're going to have another one, and we don't do all that much partying. We serve good food. June does at our house. And
I know that.
Then we have a thing where we pass around the guitar, and everybody that writes or sings, they do what they consider their best or their latest, or both, you know. Yeah. And we've had Bob Dylan, Joni Mitchell, and a lot of people have been to our house. And like one night, for the first time, all these songs were sung. Bob Dylan did "Lay, Lady, Lay." I did
I did Boy Named Sue. Chris did Me and Bobby McGee and Joni Mitchell. Yeah, Sunday Morning Coming Down. And Joni Mitchell did both sides now. That was all one night.
What a night.
Graham Nash sang Americash Express.
Yeah, right, Graham Nash. Yeah.
And it was quite a night. I remember Joni Mitchell got so excited. She said, "I've got to lie down." She said, "Give me a bed." So she was lying down for a while. But there was a lot of great songs came out of that night. And we'll have one soon. And
but the reason Joni had to lie down, she got so excited. You know, we don't, like I said, we don't serve liquor. Nobody, we don't, you know, do anything like that at our house. She just got so high on the
music.
On the night, you know.
Well, I thought we could have one of those now, and maybe since the music that you have at your home is all of the new era. I mean, you know, I know there must be some of the old songs.
Yeah.
So maybe we could compare some of the old country songs.
That's good.
And take their present-day counterpart. You know, like, for instance, some of the old Hank Williams songs as contrasted with some of the Chris Christopherson
Good.
things. Shall we do that?
Yeah,
Sure, we could try.
You want to start it off, June?
Well, somebody said, "You sing, Hey, good looking." And I said, "All right." And I said, "The only time I've ever sung this was years ago with Hank. Anita and I did it. But mercy. Forgive me, Hank. Here I go. You must sing with me because I may have to stop and swallow. The cornbread is still there. Hey, good looking. What you got cooking? How's about a cooking something up with me?
You don't need any help.
Hey, sweet baby, don't you think maybe you could find us a brand new recipe? I got a hot rod board and a $2 bill, and I know a spot right over the hill. There's soda pop and the dancing is free. If you want to have fun, you come along with me. You sing, hey, good looking, sing a tenor. What you got cooking? How's about a cooking something up? How's about a cooking something up? How's about a cooking something up with me?
I like to work on my harmony. Okay, now that's a song, a happy song. That's about finding love. And Johnny, you've got one about finding love that's a current song, right?
I thought was it going to do the real? It's a lonesome song.
Oh, this is a lonesome song.
Typical of a lot of the
All right.
song. This is really
A lonesome
a
song.
lonesome
Okay,
song.
I'm ready to cry.
On the park bench I slept on, raindrops are falling on, newspapers covering me. I hear early morning motors, and I know the world is waking for the dawn. But my mind's down a dark alley, somewhere where last night you loved me. And in the early morning chill, my arms remember still. But I'm dropping like a stone, lonesome to the bone. The sun is roughly rising on the roofs of Stagger Town. The time for sweating poison out is just now coming round. The high time of last midnight is over with and gone, leaving me to be lonesome to the bone.
As long as we're going to be sad, let's really sing an old song, Carl. Will you sing a real loser's song?
I'd love to, Donna.
Okay.
Born to lose, I've lived my life in vain. Every dream has only brought me pain. All my life, girl, I've always been so blue. Just born to lose, and now I'm losing you. Born to lose, it seems so hard to bear.
I'll sing a Chris Christopherson Losers song. Oh, I love this song. Help me out in the middle of it, okay? Don't look so sad. I know it's over, but life goes on, and this old world will keep on turning. Let's just be glad we had some time to spend together. There's no need to watch the bridges that we're burning. Lay your head upon my pillow. Hold your warm and tender body close to mine. Hear the whisper of the raindrops blowing soft against the window, and make believe you love me one more time. For the good times, for good times. We're coming close to the end of the show, and if I don't get a chance, I want to tell you what a treat it's been for me to spend this wonderful time with the man in black, Johnny Cash, and his wonderful family, those lovely people who surround him and inspire him. Before we do leave, if you've ever been to a Johnny Cash concert, you know that he closes each show with that kind of music that means more to him than possibly anything else. His soul music, gospel music. That's what they're going to do right now. Johnny and June Cash.
I saw the light, I saw the light. No more darkness, no more night. Now I'm so happy, no sorrow inside. Praise the Lord, I saw the light. I wandered so aimless, life filled with sin. I wouldn't let my dear Savior in. Then Jesus came like a stranger in the night. Praise the Lord, I saw the light. I saw the light, I saw the light. No more darkness, no more night. Now I'm so happy, no sorrow inside. Praise the Lord, I saw the light. Sing it, Mama.
Just like a blind man, I wandered astray. How straight is the way and narrow the way. Then like a blind man, God gave back his sight.
Praise the Lord, I saw the light. I saw the light, I saw the light. No more darkness, no more night. Now I'm so happy, no sorrow inside. Praise the Lord, I saw the light.
Listen, before we go, the National Society for Autistic Children has this beautiful plaque here for the wonderful work you've done. You're the chairman for 1975, and it's outstanding service on behalf of autistic children who need help very desperately, and they're beginning to learn a little bit about it thanks to people like you who've helped raise funds.
Well, there are 80,000 autistic children in the United States, and the big problem is schools for them, you know. In a lot of states, the law says they have to go to school, and yet the schools aren't provided, and that's a big need, and we're very much concerned about that.
Yes. Well, congratulations.
Thank you, Dinah.
Listen, how about a little of I Walk the Line, just to reassure June, okay?
Oh,
right, okay.
For me.
I keep a close watch on this heart of mine. I keep my eyes wide open all the time. I keep the ends out for the tie that binds. Because you're mine, I walk the line. As sure as night is dark and day is light, I keep you on my mind both day and night. And happiness I've known proves that it's right. Because you're mine, I walk the line. You've got a way to keep me on your side. You give me cause for love that I can't hide. For you I know I'd even try to turn the tide. Because you're mine, I walk the line. I keep a close watch on this heart of mine. I keep my eyes wide open all the time. I keep the ends out for the tie that binds. Because you're mine, I walk the line. I keep a close watch on this heart of mine. I keep my eyes wide open all the time. I keep the ends out for the tie that binds. Because you're mine, I walk the line. I keep a close watch on this heart of mine. I keep my eyes wide open all the time. I keep the ends out for the tie that binds. Because you're mine, I walk the line. Because you're mine, I walk the line.
John Davidson Show. Johnny yesterday, a proper country music star, artist and star, Johnny Cash, and also country music's own June Carter Cash.
18 years is what he calls his career. To me, he's been on top for 18 years. He's now done a movie of the week for television, which is called The Pride of Jesse Hallam, a powerful role about illiteracy in adults in this country. And he's here to talk about it today. I'm so glad he's here. Would you welcome the one and only Johnny Cash? If I seem overly excited about your being here, it's because I really am. I've admired you for so long.
Thank you.
I would love to wear black like you do instead of the boring white that I usually wear.
All right.
When did the black start? Let me ask you that first of all.
I think that started from the very beginning. Before I was even recording, my group and I, we were going to do some songs at a church in Memphis, and we didn't have any stage clothes or anything. We were trying to find a shirt that, you know, would look like they belonged on three people on stage, and all we had was black. And I said, well, black would be better for church. So ever since then, black has kind of felt right. So when does church start?
We'll start our service. For some reason, the black also is the bad guy, right? It's the outlaw. And I discovered something this week. I've had a misconception about you for years. I always thought, because you've done so many concerts in prisons and talked about the earthiness and the roots that you came from, that you spent some time in jail. How many of you had that feeling that, yeah? I think that's a misconception, maybe. Can you set us straight on that? How did that get started?
No, that's true.
Which is true. No,
I thought you were going to say prison. I've never been committed to a prison. I've never been served time in prison. Jail, something else. You know, just a night or 2 nights. You know, when I worked in Las Vegas the first time, I had to answer all these questions for the state there. You know, they want to know about everybody that works there. You know, best they can.
Yeah.
So I had to answer all these questions, and on the bottom of this form was, have you ever been in jail, convicted of a misdemeanor, and incarcerated, where and for what? And there were 5 places, and I had to turn it over and use some of the other side. So there were, I think it was 7 times, but these were times that I should have been put in jail to protect me from myself or keep me from hurting. So I was on amphetamines, barbiturates, about 7 years, and alcohol, and that can make you pretty crazy.
Yeah. Well, heck, you're talking about jail. I was in jail for a while. We'll talk about that later. But so the prison thing is a misconception.
Right.
All right, let's talk about Jesse Hallam. This is a powerful theme. Where did you find the script? Was it brought to you?
It was written for me. The CBS planned this project for me, and it was written by a lady named Suzanne Klauser in Ohio.
Is it a true story?
Well, John, it's a very true story in a lot of cases. This guy I play is an illiterate farmer, coal miner from Kentucky, my age, and I've known a lot of people just like him. That's why I immediately related to this guy, because I can remember when I was a child, worked in the cotton fields in Arkansas. When I was 13 or 14 years old, I would hire out to another farm, you know, and there would be migrant workers, blacks and Mexicans and other people working in the cotton fields, some of them illiterate. And I was working side by side along with these people all day long, day after day. And we would take our cotton to the scales to have it weighed. And I've seen these people ripped off, cheated by a small-time chiseling farm manager. You know, shortchanged them on the weight of their... Because they couldn't read. Yeah. And Jesse Hallam in this movie is, he's world smart. He's got, as Brenda Vaccaro, who plays the lady who teaches me to read, says, I got 1 million words in my head, and I got to connect them with the printed word, and I haven't done that. All I can write is my name. And the movie is about my trials and tribulations of trying to relate to an urban society when I moved to Cincinnati with my little girl and my son.
Right. Pride of Jesse Hallam, powerful movie of the week, soon to come. Johnny Cash.
Old-fashioned farmer's market back home.
Some farmers are sure. Some are like me, old push carters who don't know when to quit. Don't pay me the gas to come here, but it's nice. Mike, you take the table.
Any place special?
Sure, what do you think? Where my name is? Down the street there. This is not my place. Gagliardi, it says Gagliardi, not Gallucci. What's the matter? You don't read good.
Before we go any further, let's make sure we say when it's on so we don't miss it.
It's on March 3rd on CBS.
Wonderful. At night, obviously.
It's called The Pride of Jesse Hallam.
Your acting is so natural. You've done a lot of it. Have you ever trained at acting?
No, I'm really not an actor, John. I thank you very much, but acting is a craft that is to be learned and practiced and worked on, and I'm not a crafted actor. But they watched everything that I'd done, and this part was written especially for me, and all I did was just play somebody I knew back home, you know, just myself, really.
Well, it comes off so real.
Up and down,
Would you sing for us? What are you going to sing?
I would like to do a song written by Billy Joe Shaver, a song from the movie, from the soundtrack. I don't sing in the movie, but on the soundtrack I do a song called Old Chunk of Coal. I'm just an old chunk of coal, but I'm going to be a diamond someday. It kind of tells the story of the movie. I'm just an old chunk of coal, but I'm gonna be a diamond someday. I'm gonna grow and glow till I'm so blue, pure, perfect. I'm gonna put a smile on everybody's face. Oh, but I'm gonna kneel and pray every day, lest I should become vain along the way. I'm just an old chunk of coal now, Lord, but I'm gonna be a diamond someday. Well, I'm gonna learn the right words to talk. I'm gonna search and find a better way to walk. I'm gonna spit and polish my old rough-edged self until I get rid of every single flaw. Oh, I want to be the world's best friend. I'm gonna go around shaking everybody's hand. Oh, I'm just an old chunk of coal now, Lord, but I'm gonna be a diamond someday. I said, I'm just an old chunk of coal now, Lord, but I'm gonna be a diamond someday.
Well, you should feel this couch vibrate when you sing. Band after band. We're going to break away. When we come back, June Carter Cash is going to be here. Stay with us. Come on back. She is with us today, June Carter Cash.
Glad to be here. I watch you, you know.
Well, good.
I'm like all the other ladies at home that watch you and just really enjoy you. Well, but you know, I hate to come on your show and contradict you just the minute I get seated.
What did I say wrong?
Well, you said a lot wrong. You said Johnny Cash has been in the business 18 years. That's right, but it's really 25.
I thought 18 seemed short to me.
Yeah, you weren't even born when you started. No, I'm sorry, really. It's 25 years, the silver anniversary.
Well, then it's silver anniversary.
Yeah. You know, Johnny, he gave everybody a silver anniversary jacket, and it all says, 1980. And I got mine. You know what mine says?
What?
1880. Happy silver anniversary, 1880. That's what I felt like about 100 years.
Now, those of you who are meeting June for the first time, you see that she's doing jokes. She's telling stories that are funny, making us laugh. Here's what I was going to tell you. You were first, you met Johnny, and first by being hired to be a comedian on the Johnny Cash show.
That's right.
I didn't realize that till this week.
You didn't?
No.
Well, if I do any comedy on this show, you're going to see why I don't do any anymore.
That's over.
You know, I married him. It's almost 13 years ago. But after you're married to Johnny Cash, well, I get a little couth on you. So you don't do so many funnies. But in the beginning, I was.
I don't understand that either, John.
Couth and uncouth, you see. It's yeah. I would imagine that one of the reasons that he's attracted to you, as we are, is because of your sense of humor. Does Johnny Cash have a sense of humor? Didn't he need that in his life?
Yes, he has a great sense of humor. He's really funny if he ever gets a chance. Sometimes he steals my jokes and does them. You know, he'll do me this way sometimes on the stage. He'll say, "Okay, Now get out there and be funny. You know, and we may be in Berlin or someplace, and I can't speak German. So you got to make funny faces, and the people are so far away, 15,000 people, they can't see what you look like. Only Johnny Cash looks like himself a mile away. You could see him a mile down the road, and he'd still look like Johnny Cash.
That's true.
And me, you can't even tell it's me, you know? So,
You performed all over the world. In communist countries as well, right?
we've been everywhere, man, everywhere. You know,
I've been everywhere, man.
I've been everywhere, man.
What's that song?
No, you know, I'd say of all the people in our music today, Johnny's one of the few universal performers. I heard that statement made that we had been on tour, and we do this time after time all throughout Europe. We played Germany, Scandinavia, Switzerland, and we were in Paris, France, and the Paris promoter. We were all sold out for 2 shows, and he said, he's the only man I know anywhere in the world, this is around Australia, Asia, anywhere you want to go, that you can book Johnny Cash and have a full house wherever you go, and that's a lot to be thankful for.
But enough about Johnny. Let's talk about June.
I'm not too hot to talk about.
Yes, you are. Now listen to this. I am looking up about
Read
you.
it,
I got it right there. I memorized it.
I mean, now, you said you've been in the business 18 years.
Well,
don't ask me how long I've been in here.
It says for the past 18 years. How long have you been in the business?
Well, I have been in the business since I was 10 years old.
Whoa.
I started with my family, which is the Carter family. My mother was Mother Maybelle Carter, who is quite a lady. My uncle A.P. Carter, Aunt Sarah. Actually, my families were the pioneers in country music. They started in the 1920s recording.
Your mother, your uncle, and your aunt are all in the Country Music Hall of Fame.
And so is my husband. I'm the only woman that can say that. A mama, an aunt, an uncle, and a husband in the Country Music Hall of Fame. No, it's not me. It's my mother. See? No, it's not really that way. Actually, it's a song.
The song that you sang?
Well, I do sing it. Yes, I do.
All right. How did that come about?
Well, the most recognizable song in the world today, according to Ripley's Believe It or Not, is the Carter Family's Wildwood Flower. And that's...
Can you sing a little bit of the chorus?
Oh, I would if you wanted to.
Could you?
Yeah. Hey, you could try that. Yeah, I brought, you know, just in case you asked me to do something, I brought my auto harp. This one is a little different than the one I ordinarily play. I usually play a flat black one that sits down on my lap, and it has the keys in completely different places than where they are in this one. So let's see, John. Since I didn't rehearse Wildwood Flower, the director has no idea what you and I are doing now.
Well, now wait. You're going to do something else together? I thought you just do a little bit of it and then
do a little bit of Wildwood Flower. Okay, we'll do a little bit of
What key you got, baby? What key is that, honey?
That's F, I think. Well, my mother...
You're right.
My mother played this on the guitar, and the simple little Carter scratch that she played has been imitated by more guitar players probably than anybody.
It's called the Carter scratch?
Yes, the Carter scratch. She played with her fingers, you know, boogity, 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 kind of like that. But I can't play it like she did.
You did that with your mouth, boogity, boogity.
Yes.
Yeah.
But she did that, okay.
I'll do a few of the words, and I hope this is the key because I haven't rehearsed it on this harp. We'll see, John. Oh, I'll twine my mingles and waving black hair with the roses so red and the lilies so fair and the myrtle so bright with the emerald dew, the pale and the leader and eyes look like blue. And then the guitar player plays it.
No, I can't play it.
You play it. Go, you sing it, honey. Go do-do-do.
Okay, the most recognizable song in the world. Right, now that, I did throw you a curve on that.
You
It
did,
just
but
shows...
that's the way I like it. Listen, I hate to do things that people know what you're going to do. I just like to hook it.
Right. I based a whole career on hooking it. So All right, now, but Gold Watch and Chain is the one that we'd love you to do.
All right. Well, listen.
And is that the same instrument?
This, yes, it's the two of us. We'll go back to the early days of country music.
This is really not my
is,
usual role, though.
I know, but this is the way the Carter family did it in the 1920s.
What key,
so
baby?
if you'll do Uncle A.P. Carter's bass part, we'll get an F chord. And Emmylou Harris has this in her new album, and Linda Ronstadt sings it with her. So they're not here. So if you'll be Emmylou and you'll be Linda.
As your daddy said, when he got his toenail caught in the bed sheet, let her rip, Maybelle. That's one of June's old ones.
Just let her do the jokes.
Oh, I'll pawn you my gold watch and chain, and I'll pawn you my gold wedding ring. Oh, I'll pawn you this heart in my bosom. Only say that you love me again. Take back all the gifts you have given, a gold ring and a lock of your hair, and a card with your picture upon it. It's a face that is false, but it's fair.
My part now.
Oh, I'll pawn you my gold watch and chain, love, and I'll pawn you my gold wedding ring. Oh, I'll pawn you this heart in my bosom. Sing.
Only say that you love me again. Take it, baby.
That's the Carter's rack.
Oh, not her. There's a red rose that grows in the garden. It's grown there from the start. It broke through on the day that I met you. It's gonna die on the day that we part. Oh, I'll pawn you my gold watch and chain, and I'll pawn you my gold wedding ring. Oh, I'll pawn you this heart in my bosom. Only say that you love me again. Only say that you love me again.
Thank you, Judy. Thank you for sharing that with us. And thank you, Johnny. We'll be watching March the 3rd. 3rd? Yeah. We have to break when we come back.